Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about what went down last weekend in Orlando at the Orlando Spring Break Festival and how it may show up in Love and Hip Hop Miami. Stay tuned.
Come team festival star te connais que I was gonna be there, and not only that I was gonna be there, I was gonna be present with the show, which is Love and Hip Hop. There should have been a better treatment towards me.
No, well, maybe, okay, so I said, let me stop you right there.
And towards everybody else.
Yeah.
For yours, a mother is a mother at the end of the day. Just like I'm sitting, watching your crew, watching your staff, coming for my children over your own storyline that you created. Over your own storyline. You said you're working for the community. How do you want to sell the community this way? That's the image you want them to see? You fighting on stage, your staff fighting on stage, your crowd, your people booing you?
So you just heard those snippets from those two ladies. The first one with the black hair and the black dress, her name is Blondedy Ferdinand, and she's a very well-known Haitian actress and music artist. But I know of her from her acting days because she was one of the three ladies that I looked up to because they were Haitians and they were on television. So it's her, Fabian Colas, and Nisi Simon. So that's where I know of her. She also does music, but I'm really not a fan of the music. The second lady with the pink hair who's sitting with the guy, that's her husband. That's Florence El Luche. She's a musical artist also. Her stage name is Florence El Luche, and her husband is Marlon Gile. And they both are on Love and Hip Hop Miami. So what happened? What is going on? Why I'm doing this video is because what happened at the Orlando Spring Break Festival last weekend. So the Orlando Spring Break Festival is like this Caribbean festival. I don't really know a lot about it, but I know there was some Haitian people that was supposed to perform. According to Blondie, they had invited her to host it. But she opted not to do that because her management did not want her hosting. She would have wanted to perform, but they didn't want that. They wanted her to host. So she didn't go. And so they probably afterwards sent an invitation to Florence El Luche because she's not on the original flyer right here. As you can see, she's not on the original flyer. Anyway, so Florence was supposed to perform, and it's supposed to perform at 9:30 that night. And 9:30 came and went, and she was unable to perform. So, and then according to her, she said that somebody told her, hey, there's a lot of problems for people who want to perform. If you don't go on the stage, you won't be able to perform. So I'm not sure if their husband heard that, or he just was frustrated because of the different people that was going before them. Her husband went on the stage and had an altercation with the guy who was introducing the people that was performing. And he proceeded to pull the mic out of the man's hand. And he said that he did that because other people was doing it too. So they were unable to perform. And there's footage out there where she's saying, oh, this is a setup and different things like that. This Florence is saying that she was set up. And somehow the rumor got started that it was Blondie that caused her not to be able to perform. Don't know who started it, don't know how this even get started. It doesn't even make any sense when you look at it. But that's what was started, and that what was ran on Nobody clarified it. Nobody say, hey. Because she did her response video, Florence, the next day to say how she was unhappy. She said that she's not accusing anybody of thinking, but that was the best. I would have respected her more if that was the best time to show you as the bigger person, to show you don't have problems with this young lady, for you to say, hey, I heard you guys are saying, Blondie is behind this. Hey, I don't know where y'all get this from. Y'all need to stop that. She never once in her over an hour, almost an hour video, never once clarified that. Never once. But to understand what is going on, we have to go back in 2018 when these young ladies were once friends. They were once friends. They were even going into business with each other. But somehow, because people say, oh, don't go into business with family and friends. Sometimes you can do it. It succeeds. But when you have people talking in your head, people coming in, jealousy and different things, yeah, it won't work. So them going into business together, Blondie and Florence, somehow Blondie was allegedly accused of stealing $20,000 from Florence. I don't know how it got started, but that was the beast, the back and forth. And then these young lady had a big fallout. I mean, they was doing back and forth lives. Blondie mom got involved, different people got involved, and it was chaotic. So they fell out. But as people know, that's how people came to know Florence. That's how her popularity started, to boom, from this feud and from her being, because Blondie had like a YouTube series of the real life of Blondie, and then she was in it also. But she got a buzz from Blondie, and then of course she had other things, that talents that she had, and that opened many people's eyes on Florence. But she did get her buzz from Blondie. So they had a falling out, and everybody went their separate ways. And she continued her Cigarette Cosmetics that they were supposed to do together. I don't know if they was trying to do an MLM. I'm not sure. But Florence continued with the cigarette, and then Blondie went on and do her own thing. And both of them, had success in the different things that they have been doing. So now I'm going to show you different snippets of the actual festival, of what, different things that went down, what started to cause all the different things. So let's get into it.
Qui en pile gros artiste qui besoin jouer. Mais moun qui moun derrière dans festival là, faut nous ba autant pour jouer. Combien moun la ka jouer avec Tony Missa? Quel que soit le métier là, ça m'obtient là enregistré. Nous c'est haïtiens, là la fou bagaille, faut respecter ça qu'on fait. Si les moun là qui aime va Tony Missa, tout moun avec téléphone avec.
So the guy that was speaking there, he was performing, and right after him, Florence was supposed to go, but he didn't want to give the mic. Actually, he did not want to give the mic because he was like, hey, the crowd is feeling me. People want to vibe with, let them play, but you can't do that because it's a bunch of people. They had a different artists that needed to come on the stage and perform. You can't, just because you have a bunch of people screaming for you, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to if everybody's supposed to have 10 minutes, mean you're supposed to get 15 minutes because you have a bunch of people So that's when it all that's what really it started, igniting the fire, basically. So it's like he didn't want to give the mic. They literally had to take the mic, unplug his stuff, because he did not want to. He didn't want to get off the stage. saw they had to take the mic from Tony Mix. I think it was like in a playful way, but they really had to take him off because he didn't want to leave. And then you saw when Florence's husband came on the stage, and you know, even though the man was saying, I got you, hey, I'm gonna let you, he still, you know, did what he had. He still did that pulling of the mic. And then what really made me chuckle is that Florence said that the people were confused because they thought she was, you know, starting trouble. That's why they booed her. But the people was, remember when the people booed you because they didn't want you to perform, they still wanted to listen to Tony Mix because he had them hyped up and different things like that. So they knew it was you who was coming up, because before that the announcer said who ready, you know, who want to hear Florence, and it was barely people that was excited about that. So she was like, oh, they booed me because they were confused. They thought it was, no, sweetie, they didn't want to hear you. They wanted to hear Tony Mix. And you see she went up and tried to get them thingum, and they just hurt her feelings.